EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Detroit Lions. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Yellow, 22, 6, mega. Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll send a tight end in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here an early 3rd and long. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Brian Branch. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Packers 50, Packers 50. Alert, push, alert, push.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
No gain on the play.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. That's caught. It's Isaac to Slaw. And he'll take this one in. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown. His second TD catch of the season.
The kicker on.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Bowers the man in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A wide open receiver downfield. This one is caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
It's a gain of
Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
Down. Cut.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. This one caught just past the pylon. Touchdown, Raiders. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go. Strike. Cowboy 80.
Drive will start on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ready, set.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Now, faking the give. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Detroit.
First and 10 at the
These third down
38-yard
conversions
line.
are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Rangers, 79 Broncos.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's to Cooper again. Down the right sideline. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. It is a big play there for the Lions. That goes for 58.
What did he tell us during the week, Mike? He says, I want to get more involved in the passing game. And I'll tell you what, I can understand why he feels that way. I mean, to take that intermediate throw and turn it into a big explosive play, they got to continue to get that guy the ball.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up second and goal.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
From a little closer, here's second and goal.
Get it. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll run with Martinez. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Damian Martinez. Touchdown, Detroit. That's his third rushing touchdown of the year. Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Lions 14, Raiders 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the ready. Ready. 33, yellow. Blue striker. White blue. White. Set.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 3.
60 red.
In motion, that's Thornton. They'll look to throw. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And he will score. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who've also scored throughout the league.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
Let's go now.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7.
Come on, come on. Set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. All even on the scoreboard. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready,
They'll throw out of the gun. He'll let this one go long for Williams. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. It is a huge play for Detroit. 42 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Gravity Lions. Dragon 60.
Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
7-yard pickup.
The drag route, we used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go street. Motion.
Up the middle they go. He gets free. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is 1st and goal.
19, 18. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
He'll look to throw. That one taken in. Middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
The kicker on.
Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
At their own 35-yard line.
Got it. Cluster, 6, set, ready. 33, 6, mega. Ready,
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Yellow, 43. Yellow.
In motion, that's Thornton. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often, and really it's because it's good against any defense, and what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move, and that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
22 needle, green gap.
On play action, he'll set up the throw, and they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
A run, and this is Ashton Dempsey. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Right, what drill? Let's go. 60 red. 60 ready.
That is caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Vegas. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake because that ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line.
Ready, hurt. 70, Simba Wolf. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the gun, he'll try to run it. And that's going nowhere. Thrown down, literally and awkwardly, right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, shite. Cougar 19.
Throwing now from the gun. There's to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and now you can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
24-yard line.
Six, mega, down. Ball red, 45, white. Set up.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man, that's Dante Thornton. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Run right at the gut with Jenkins. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Raider first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down, Raiders.
Ready. Yellow, 43. 10 cycles.
Now a little pop pass. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Set, ready. Black 40. Ready.
On the run to the right. He's going to air this one out for Jones. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Third and long.
Green. Here we go. Here we go. Need old blue. 50. Green. Green jack. Right. 97. Black truck. Red. Cycle. Right. White. Ready?
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Now timeout Vegas. That is their second. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
On the set.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal.
Ready. 33. Yellow. Striker. Green. Steel. Black.
A tight end in motion now.
Set.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone and is batted away. It is incomplete.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
12, 10. 52 pull.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Genty will score. Touchdown Raiders.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Raiders 28, Lions 21.
Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80. Liking 18. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
To the air now on 1st and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 3rd quarter begins with a run. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 53 yards.
At the 15-yard line.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Liking 18. Hop 70. Hop 70. Hop.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Bronco 80. Ready.
A run on 1st and goal. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
At the 4-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, ready.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Check. Panther. Get up.
They'll go with him again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the one, setting up third and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Looking for that final yard. It's third and goal.
Hurt! Cougar 19! Street! Go Street! 60 Maverick!
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Wow, they are hitting now. It's been a tight game. He takes a big shot there on that return.
Okay,
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
6, blaster, 6, yellow, needle, blue.
Now they'll set up to throw. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
At the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 4.
Ready. 50, green. Guard red, green jack. Field, black. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. That's to the right side. And caught by Bowers. And it looks like he's going to come up just short for the first down. Out of bounds. A yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on third down.
Here we go. Black, red, 52 blue. Cut.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Going up top. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Vegas.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
The kick is good. Makes the score Raiders 35, Lions 28.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready. Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Little short pass here. Caught by his tight end. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
2nd and 6.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Trap 50, trap 60. Mustang 19. Go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Quick throw, taken in. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it, and that is incomplete.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
This one, fielded, out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Black, oh, set, hut. Set, hut.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught left side by Bowers. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Raiders 1st down.
60 red. 60 right through.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Drop this one down to Genty, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 30, claws red. Hey,
Bowers the man in motion.
White, white. Ready.
They'll run to begin the 4th, and here's Genty. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Raiders. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. The kicking team on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And a solid one back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Liking it. Go.
Now, faking the give. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
Well, they pretty much need a touchdown on this possession, and I think if I'm the defensive coordinator, the fine line you have to find, Mike, is I know I don't want to give up a deep shot, but I also don't want to just play prevent defense and give up too much underneath. So just continue to find that balance, make them go the long way, and just bleed this clock.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Pioneer.
Back to the air once more on second down. Moving left. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards. And most importantly, a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
That's another
23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Lions first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Back to the air again on second and 10. Downfield by Tesla. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
That's another.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. They'll try to set up the screen here. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Now from the 9. It'll be second and goal.
70 Rangers, 70. Let's go now. Bronco 80. Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw yet again. Moving outside the pocket. That's to Cooper again. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. And that's going to set up third and goal.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
7 Pirates, 7. 70 Lions. Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Throwing here on third and goal. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown Lions. That his second touchdown tonight. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
They'll look to throw. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on a 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here, this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, blue. 60 red. 60 red. White, grill. 52. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll send a tight end in motion. On a zone read, he'll hand it to Genty. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this.
Ready up.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Down. 52 blue. Yellow.
Bowers, the man in motion.
Set.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. The Lions call their 1st timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Rail. Here. Field. Black. 50. Green. Mega. Cut.
Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go.
3rd and long.
Got it.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Red. 38. Smash, red. White. Claws, red. Set.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got it! It's a big play when they needed it the most. Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and goal, Raiders.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 43. Chop, 17.
Man in motion, heading left.
Ready?
Here's Genty. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
95. Green Jack. Hut, hut.
Now they'll set up to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 3 touchdowns for him. Numbers 6, 7, and 8 on the season.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. With that late touchdown, Mike, that should all just seal this victory away.
Drill green. Yellow.
In motion, that's Thornton.
Blue striker. Ready, ready.
Well, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll come up for first and 10.
Track. 60 Bison. 79 Broncos. Check smash. Check smash. Hey, Riggs. Riggs. Ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll be set up now. Past the 40 with that one. Here's first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 6 catches for him in the ballgame now. And this one's good for a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's to the sideline and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten.